بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. الحمد لله رب العالمين، والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا مولانا محمد سيد الأولين والآخرين وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. اللهم صل وسلم وبارك على سيدنا محمد صلاة ترضيك وترضيه وترضى بها عنا مولانا رب العالمين. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي. Alhamdulillah, with Allah's barakah subhanahu wa ta'ala, we've been blessed to be together once again in this live program and the series of topics, achieving tranquility through worship. May Allah grant us to be among those whom they achieve the tranquility, inshaAllah, and may He increase our sincerity in worship. Ameen ya Rabbal Alameen. Many of us complain of pain. And that pain could be physical pain because of sicknesses, or mental pain because of thinking. Mainly the physical one is something we see doctor, physician, JP, and he will give us medicine or refer us to specialists and they will do further checkup. They might do further, extra checkup like CT scan, extra, etc. And then they will describe the medicine. If they cannot kill the sickness, they will kill the pain. They give painkiller. So it's not killing the sickness, it's only killing the pain to relieve the dard, what do you call it? The spiritual one, or the mental one, or that is something else here. Mainly because of thinking, and mainly because of negative thinking. These negative thinkings, we call it sometimes wiswas. Wiswas is mean what? Whispers like. Mainly al-wiswas, as Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said in Quran, al-wiswas min sharri al-waswas al-khannas. What is al-wiswas al-khannas? Wiswas al-khannas is who come down, disappear, let's say, but not forever. It will come again. الذي يوسوس في صدور الناس من الجنة والناس. So the people themselves reach to that level because of other people's negative talks, interference in their life in a negative way, or other one, this wiswas is there in their thinking, in their chest, for both jinn wal ins. Yeah. What to do to overcome this is to release the reason behind it. Have to go to the reason why I reached to that level. Because there is a congestion here in the hearts or in the mind. We always think of it, and therefore our life looks like we're being created only to think about this problem. There is no other things to be mindful about or to think of it. Especially when it's come to people misunderstanding. These misunderstanding issues in our life, we have to find a solution for them wisely. No need, because when you say misunderstanding, that means there's something wrong here. Wrong in my thinking, or I wrongly understood other person. But there because the ego in our self is too big, we don't want to admit. We don't want to admit. We insist that we are right, though we are wrong, but not to say I'm wrong. We admit. We don't want to admit. Because we have not learned to forgive and forget. We always forgive, but not forget. That means the wiswas al-khannas, as we said, right? He's still there. Will come up. Maybe it will come badly. Therefore, we see there are problems especially with families. And there's problem between families. It might disappear, but it will appear. Because we never forgot that. That will ruin the tranquility in the heart, in the house. The heart and in the houses, of course. If we know how to forgive and forget, that will help a lot. Anything, you reach to it with learning and practicing slowly, then you will slowly, you will become, it will become easy for you. I need to forgive. Sometimes you ask people, how you forgive that? How you forget about this? You're not like me. I can do that, you cannot, because we are totally different. We are not saying that the people, we should forgive them in order for them to be, they might take advantage of our forgiveness. Therefore, they said, and it's very important to understand this point here, that there are some people come to our life as blessings, and other people come to our life as lessons. Blessings, and there are people, lessons. Blessings, ni'mah, good people, those whom really helpful, really understanding, really we can see ourselves through them. They are like mirror. Hadith al-Habib al-Mustafa sallallahu alayhi wa sallam say, al-mu'min mir'at akhi al-mu'min. The believer to the believer is like mirror. You can see yourself. If there is something wrong, you will, you will recover it. If not, so your brother, he will tell you about, not only about your negative things or, the things which is not right, but he tell you about the right things on yours. But, our problem is we always want to talk about the dot in the white page. Never want to talk about the white page itself. Some people, you see, dot, and they say, hey, what is this here? I want to say, oh, what beautiful white color is this? طيب. We are not like cars. When you buy a car, you will first ask for history report. What you are searching on that history? You're searching about the failure. If there's any faults any faulty in the car before, or any accident or something. Mhm. But we never ask about the, how good is the car? What is the advantage of this car? Well, it's a bit different here because human beings can change themselves, where the cars it have to be changed by others. We are the one, and cars have no feelings. Human beings have feelings. So when there's people in our life is a blessings and other are lessons. Now, what we say is to keep and preserve the blessings and to learn the lessons so that in the future you won't fail in the same hole. Sayyidina Rasulullah said, the believer won't be pinched from same place twice. If you are driving your car and there is a hole on that spot, next time when you're driving, you will be like, I know there is something. Before you recover any misunderstanding with or relationship, let's say, between you and your partner, your family, your wife, your husband, you have to recover that problem point, the problem itself, so that it won't come again, won't be wiswas in your life. Recovery for both of us, both of them. Otherwise, it will come again and the same issue. So now these issues it's a lot in our life, in fact. They said people never been, the correct way to value people is not because of their wealth or not because of how old they are, and it's because of the pure of hearts and the beauty of their attitude. I can see how good you are or how pure your heart is through your attitude. And if not, there is an issue. Human beings, they said, is like pencil. You need to sharpen that pencil. The sharpness of the pencil is what? The test and the lessons in your life. In order for that pencil to write nicely, they have to be lessons. They have to sharpen. The lessons of our life is the sharpness, sharpener, what you call it? So that the pencil will write. That's it, until the pencil finish, until the life over. But is that the end? When the pencil gone? You know what is the beauty of it? You will always see how beautiful that pencil wrote. Pencil might be not around, but the book is still there. So the human beings like that, they are like pencil. They might leave, but they will leave physically, but they will leave behind a legacy. Good deeds are your legacy. Good deeds or legacy are your good deeds. The legacy are your good deeds, and good deeds are your legacy. Some people, they try to find faults on other people's life in order for them to punish them. There is a bonus, there is a reward, there is a commission, But that won't be like punish. Punish is always severe. They always give one, two chances, third is out. Okay? Now, what is the good things about any organization to be success, to reach to success? Not to search of faults, but uh, motivate them to do good, to reach to achievements, to do more achievements, because that automatically will keep them away from faults. More achievements. The page has two. You know, when there is sometime when you say available or not, especially in cars, like normal car, and there is high end, full of specs. There are sometimes two or three, full of specs. The high, that will always yes, 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 yes. Sometimes other cars, no, 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 or fair, no. So no, we are human beings. Everything been set in our, you know, the companies will one, two times, or you're out. Rewards is different story here. They won't give you the whole portion, part of that portion, which is fair enough. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, one fault, one punish. One achievement, 10 rewards. Totally different here. So no one can do that, only Allah. Why? He is a creator. He knows the whole set of ourselves. Because He the one who created them. Therefore, if you want to overcome all these things, the wiswas and these issues, you have options. Option one, to try yourself to please others. And they might take advantage of that, as we said. Option two, to please yourself. Then you'll fight with others. And then you will be a problem, because you will have wiswas again. Option three, which is the best. Please Allah, and everything will be pleased. طيب. Your biggest worry is your family, and especially your children. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Surah At-Tur, verse 21. Surah At-Tur is Surah 52 in Quran. والذين آمنوا واتبعتهم ذريتهم بإيمان ألحقنا بهم ذريتهم وما ألتناهم من عملهم من شيء كل امرئ بما كسب رهين, which means, and those who accepted faith and whose descendants followed them with faith, they also believer, we have joined their descendants with them. He is a believer, you are a believer, but you might be, But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, to please you, say it's okay. As long as they are believer, no need for them like to be in their, if the father is waliullah, they cannot be awliya. Is enough for them to be believer. And I will put them together. They will join. We have joined their descendants with them and have not reduced anything for them from their deeds. Every soul is trapped in its own deeds. Nothing will be changed. No reduce, no reduction from here, no problem. You can see somebody who's, there is someone in the top in a 100 level or floor, and they say so and so he's there, and if you like him, you say bring him up to me. And then why are you taking this? The boss wants him. Maybe because of relation, maybe because of something. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, if you do good deeds, Allah won't forget that for you. The best of good deeds is when you look after your children or your family, so that you make sure they will be with you. So you're not working for you and alone. You're working for you and for them. Sayyidina Abdullah ibn Abbas, he Qiyamul Layl always used to say. And he, before he go for Qiyam, he go and he sees sleeping kids. He say, part of what I'm doing now is for you. My salah is important for my children. وَكَانَ أَبُوهُمَا صَالِحًا Surah Al-Kahf. Their great-grandfather was a pious man. Therefore, Allah won't forget that. And Allah has set up these things all for us in a very beautiful way. One sin's forgiven. وَإِن تَكُ حَسَنَةً يُضَاعِفْهَا يُؤْتِ مِن لَدُنْهُ أَجْرًا عَظِيمًا. Forgiven. And if one goodness, he will double it. And double it, of course, how much? Allah alam. And he will give from him that extra great reward. أَجْرًا عَظِيمًا. So, countless of blessings. There were once in Turkey, there is one alim very known in Turkey. His name Saeed al-Nawrasi. They call him Badi' al-Zaman. Very famous. I'm not sure other people know. He was a very, very great. And in Turkey, the icon there, like Sayyidina Abu Ayyub al-Ansari, Sayyidina Jalal al-Din al-Rumi, and Sayyidina Badi' al-Zaman al-Nawrasi. Very known. And he was not, let's say, but 100 years ago or something less. Yeah, it is, huh? 7, yeah. He was during the, yeah, he managed to be in during Ottoman's time and then Ataturk time, and so in both. Yeah. But he was having, he was a sincere person, and now we would know why. But he said, I was about to give up. Listen to this very carefully. Then I decide to go somewhere and I go for exile, self-exile. So I don't want to mix with anyone because lots of issues happening. He have a book called Rasail al-Nur. Rasail al-Nur. Beautiful. It's all wisdoms and advices. Letters of light. Messages of light. Then he said, I went somewhere and I said, that's it, I won't do, I will give up, I will, and slept. He said, at night I saw in my dream Sheikh Abdul Qadir Jilani. He came to me and said, don't give up. I said, Sheikh, I cannot do it. He said, read Al-Fath al-Rabbani and you'll find the help. In the dream he told, read Al-Fath al-Rabbani. And he said, each time I read Al-Fath al-Rabbani, I find answers to all my questions. That's beautiful part of it. And he has a big love too. Anyway, why this person like that? We go back to his life. When he joined the school of Hifz al-Quran, was very young, he memorized the Quran in a very recorded time. Very fast. He was very young. So the shuyukh there, when you send someone who is like that, they will check. You see, you check about, sometimes when you someone who's bad, we'll check why he's bad. But when someone who's good, we also have to check why he's good. So we can bring that model to, influence, to inspire others, let's say. To inspire others. So he said to him, tell their family I'm coming to visit them. He went there. Then he asked where they were living in a village. Then he said, where is the father? They said he has a sheep looking after the shepherd. So he went to see the father. Then he saw the father was moving back, coming back. But he saw sheep, but he put a bridle on the faces of the sheep. That's very unusual. Donkeys, yes. Horses, yes. But sheep, he said, Haji, why are you doing that? He said, yeah, Ustad, When I come back, my sheep will across farms and others people. So I don't want them to go and eat because it's haram to do this. I mean, maybe they doesn't want, and it's for their sheep. They tired and all the way, and so I keep them. And only when they reach home or when I go to my farm, I will. That's one. That's the father concern about wara. He went to the home. Then he asked the mother, "Tell me about your son." He said, "I try my best when he was born that I won't feed him, breastfeeding him, unless I take wuzu first." Wuzu. الوضوء طهارة. طهارة. الوضوء يسموه طهارة. تطهر. Yeah. So he said, now I understand. People like this with wara, they will deliver someone like this, Said al-Nawrasi. So checking the roots are very good. They are not kings. He's a shepherd and the mother living in the village. When the husband come with the milk, she will make cheese or they will sell it. And that's so. They are not wealthy people to say, oh, they are maybe someone who's wealthy. They can no. Here is what. Go back to what we said just now: purity of heart and the goodness of your actions. These are the things which will help you a lot to overcome all the issues. Sahaba came to Sayyidina Rasulullah, said, Ya Rasulullah, we sometimes imagine in our mind things which every of us consider too grief to express. Wisawis. Wiswas. So happened to us. And he said, Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, do you really grieve and are worried about it? They said, yes, Ya Rasulullah. He said, this is the faith, the reality of faith. When you don't want this wasawis. Huh? Wiswas. Imagine things, something happened. We are not angels. But I don't want this. I don't want to feel this. I don't want to, to feel ma'asiyah or anything. See, this is the purity of your iman. The one who lived with wiswas, he one day became exporter of wiswas. Wallah, there are people, if you sit with him, if you have the mountain of problems in this world sitting on your chest, sitting with one person, he will release all that. Wisdom and بالحكمة والموعظة يا أخي بسم الله الحمد لله. And there are some people, if you're the happiest in the world, to sit with one person, he bring all the problems of the world, make it enter to your heart, and you come from him sick. I feel like those people, who are they? Especially those whom they complain. You said to someone, yeah, what this lot? Coronavirus, every day people dying. Today, they discover something. What is it? What is it? And this vaccine going to kill the people. They will inject that. They will do this. And the money don't have. And when you come to him, if you are happy, then you come back home. This. That's, just give you one example about wiswas. Forgetting that nothing in this world will run without Allah's knowledge. Subhanahu wa ta'ala. A few days ago in BBC was they said the lady, she came out from, it's not a few days, sorry, it's but I read the news again. She recovered from corona. Her age is 104 years. This one, no one will talk about it. But you say, do you know there is one young boy, he's 20 years and he got corona, Like, yeah, okay, this one, what about 104? And she recovered. So now you look to the darkness or you want to look to the light, up to you. People doesn't want to live in the light, they want like bat. or like owl. They only survive at night. And the people like birds, early morning, when the light comes, they will come out. You see, in the morning after subuh, when you finish, chirping of the birds around you. صح ولا لا? But those people disappear. Otherwise, Batman and Batwoman. Yeah. Yeah. So, يا أخي, it's up to us now, you know. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said in Quran, اذكر الله ذكرا كثيرا. الذي اذكر الله هو الذي يصلي عليكم. You're the one who bless you. وملائكته ليخرجكم, to take you out من الظلمات إلى النور. He will take you from the darkness, out from the darknesses of your feelings, your negative feeling, you always was, إلى النور, to the light, the goodness of. Don't want, see, if we are special, let's say it went to a specialist, maybe if you are good, you lost your job, you lost something, you lost one thing. Look around you, what else you have? You have a very beautiful family. You have a house. You work a lot. You have a money because of private jobs. You bought a car. You have a clothes. You eat food. You go a trip sometime with your family to holiday or don't talk about the darkness only of your life as you think. Is there anything going to remain, you think, or it will go? The problems. See, a man came to Sayyidina Hassan al-Basri. He said, yeah, Imam, I have this problem. He said, are you born with the problem? He said, no. So you leave this world, the problem will take it with you. He said, no. Then why are you worried? You have problem. You might think you have problem. Who say your children will have the same problem? You have learned lessons from this life. Teach your children how to avoid the problem so that the lesson will be. Sometimes, wallahi, Islam is not only facing Qibla. It's not, you want to say, وجهت وجهي للقبلة وجهت وجهي للذي فطر السماوات والأرض حنيفا مسلما. Face, my direction, my intention, my hope. I rely in the only one who created فطر السماوات والأرض, who created the heaven. Why Allah said the sea? Is your problem bigger than the heavens and earth? Nay. Then who is the one? Is the earth and heaven? For him, nothing. So you think remove your problem is something. But why you are facing this? You have to wait and see why you are facing that. The results, I remember my late father. This is something which he was having a bit of pain in his side, So I asked doctor, I have a very close friend in Malaysia, a very close friend of mine. He's like, what do you call it? Urologist. So I asked him, he said, no, there's not an issue. Maybe he slept on it or maybe some. No, but he think, no, maybe become like a bit of wiswas, a bit, yeah, thinking wiswas, not something which is avoidable. It might, but it's beatable. It's beatable. So, okay, understand this? Yeah. Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, قُلْ أَعُوذُ بِرَبِّ النَّاسِ. You want to? مِنْ شَرِّ مَلِكِ النَّاسِ إِلَهِ النَّاسِ مِنْ شَرِّ الْوَسْوَاسِ الْخَنَّاسِ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So I said, okay, I will take you to the doctor. Take doctor, please, doctor, do full checkup for him. He did full checkup. And he do. You know what he said to him? He said, Ya Sheikh, Ya Sidi, Wallahi, my kidney have issue and yours don't have issue. And he said, you are 70s, I am in 40s, like. My kidney have problem, but yours is not. So, is it? So we came out, then I asked him, how you feel? He said, the pain disappear, Allah, you felt there is. So anyway, this is, you know, is up to us. But sometimes people, if they're sick, alas, I'm sick. Every day. Same way. Complain and complain, endless complain. And if someone who recovered, he still talk about 40 years. 40 years ago, I got this. La hawla. You remember 40 years when your hand or your finger or something broken, but you remember the 40 years of achievements? Don't mention. Allah said, وَأَمَّا بِنِعْمَةِ رَبِّكَ فَحَدِّثْ. Someone went overseas, he stayed 20, 30 years, came back, wealthy man. Invite him, come, tell us. I say, Allah, Wallahi. When I went there, I was suffering. I was working twice a day. I sleep like this. I get a room with someone who's very useless fellow. He's never clear. 1 or 2 hours stories. Always we crying. Allahu Akbar. Then at the end he said, at the end, Alhamdulillah, Allah help me. Okay, tell us about Allah help me this. I want to know about. I want the details. وَأَمَّا بِنِعْمَةِ رَبِّكَ فَحَدِّثْ حديث, not فَتَكَلَّمْ. تكلم is mean, kalam is mean, yes, I mean, حدث, explain. Tell us. We want to know. People like that. Why they say like that, like that? Wiswas. You say, oh, maybe people will be jealous of me or hasad. Ya akhi, wa min sharri hasidin idha. Who's a protector? And sometimes there's people, because of this wiswas, wasawis, little bit headache. Allah, 2 days say, maybe there's jinni, I don't know. Lots of issue every day. Every day. Every day I will receive, not everyone. Why? When I open sometime my Facebook page or messages, Ya Allah, Ya Allah, someone black magic me. Why? And I lost my job until now. I did not find job. MashaAllah. Easily, someone black magic you with $5 or 5 rupees of charm, and your Hajj, your Umrah, you go Hajj, you spend lots of money. That won't work for you. Your zakat and sadaqah won't work. Only 10, 50, or 5 rupees, 10 rupees, or I don't know how much will work. This is wiswat or what? Wiswas or not? Allah is happy with it? Allah happy when you understand. وَلَوْ بِرَبِّ النَّاسِ. Happy when you say, أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. Allah happy when you say, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. See, these are the things, brothers and sisters, Otherwise, if you think like that, up to you. There is nothing can be done. If someone don't want to come up from here where he is, we can't do anything for him. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala then said to Sayyidina Rasulullah, وَمَا عَلَى الرَّسُولِ الْبَلَاغِ. Pass the message in the way you've been instructed. And that's it. The rest is up to us. The people, first of all, up to them if they want to. And later, how sincere they are, up to us. This one, we cannot interfere because this is a different story. It's the ilm Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But what we can do, dua. Dua. Ya Allah, so and so. Wallahi, he's a good person. Or she's a good lady. Help them, Ya Allah. Protect them. Let them come out from this. Dua, 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 until Allah will give them. And He will give you also at the same time what you want, Not only for them. You will get also. Because Allah's generosity is big. Subhanahu wa ta'ala. May He protect us. Keep us always safe from the tricks and the wasawis of our own selves, and the evil of jinn, shayateen, jinn wal ins, both of them. And may He subhanahu wa ta'ala show us a straight path and guide us and guide our children and bless us with taqwa and hidayah, and to understand the lessons of being with people whom they are lessons, and for those whom they are blessings, we'll be thankful to Allah that we met this type of people. Inshallah, we will be always grateful to Allah because we have always blessings, inshallah. آمين آمين يا رب العالمين. ربنا تقبل منا واغفر لنا وارحمنا وسامحنا. اللهم اجعلنا لآلائك من الذاكرين لنعمائك من الشاكرين. واغفر لنا وارحمنا وسامحنا وتب علينا يا أرحم الراحمين. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار يا عزيز يا غفار ويا أرحم الراحمين. اللهم اغفر لنا وارحمنا ولوالدينا ولأزواجنا وذرياتنا ولجميع المسلمين والمسلمات المؤمنين الأحياء منهم والأموات إنك سميع قريب مجيب الدعوات غافر الذنوب والخطيئات. صلي وسلم وبارك على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم والحمد لله رب العالمين. جزاكم الله خير.